Hey guys, welcome back. I'm out today on a second run for the Vertical Mile Challenge training, and I gotta tell you, every part of me hurts today. Pretty much from my head to my feet, and most of that is due to my motorcycle ride last week. If you saw my Uwharrie trail special, where I went out on the second time, went down a little bit more advanced trails, you can see that I spent a little bit of time on the ground. And what you didn't get to see in that video is how many times I actually dropped the bike. And I'm going to tell you, about the 15th time picking up that 300-pound bike, I was completely exhausted. And that got me thinking. I had a tough time with that MARSOC. If you see my MARSOC short card video, you had 90 push-ups and some burpees. And boy, I struggled with those push-ups. And I realized that almost all my training lately has either been purely aerobic or low rep, for me, high weight workouts. And that I need to adapt and add some different kind of training in. Now, I still believe that as you age, it's absolutely critical to lift heavy weights. I think maintaining your muscle mass is one of the biggest predictors of longevity. And even if it's not longevity, it's certainly quality of life. But I also came to realize that having some muscular endurance is very important if you do activities that are going to require that, and dirt biking happens to be one of those. And after riding that dirt bike a couple of times now, I've realized that just the shock absorption on that bike is a lot of leg workout. And my knees are paying the price today. My knees are killing me, both of them. My bad knee, really bad. I got it pinned under the bike, kind of facing backwards on one of those downhills, and it took me a while to extract it. And it's a bit sore, but they both are just really sore today. And I realize I need to start doing some muscle endurance type work. And so Friday, I did at lunch just a set of 100 push-ups and a bunch of kettlebell cleans. And I'm going to start incorporating at least one day of the workout of the day, the CrossFit type workouts, every week, and supplementing that with some more push-ups, dips, goblet squats with the kettlebell, just some higher rep work to try and build up my muscular endurance. I'm definitely not going to stop my heavier lifts. I just may end up, I've been doing only one of those a day, spreading it out over 4 days, doubling up on endurance work and weight. But I may end up having to double up on the weights and kind of go back to a push-pull day like I used to do. Arms, legs, push-pull, and then still be able to incorporate some of the muscular endurance body weight training in there. And in the end, hopefully that'll help me be a lot more or a lot less sore riding the dirt bike, and a lot more comfortable in the long run on it. Now, what does any of this have to do with adaptability, and how can it help you? Well, ultimately what I'm trying to get at is that when you're road to health and fitness, you got to be constantly checking for weak spots or chinks in your armor and adjusting your training to address those weak points. And so what I found was that my muscular endurance is starting to suffer, and in order to correct that, I'm just going to have to adapt my training to add a bit more of the muscular endurance into my training plan. Now, it's not going to change the fact that I'm still doing some heavier weights and still doing some aerobic work, but it will change some of the proportions that I'm using to do my work. And in the end, I'm hoping that will allow me to at least ride a little more comfortable and not suffer the consequences of a day's ride for a week afterwards. And if you look for the same weaknesses in your health or in your fitness, I think you'll find that you can probably adapt your training, change a few things, and be a bit more healthy and a lot more able to do the things you want to do in the long run. All right, guys, we are done with this one. Got 2 hours in, and I'm not gonna lie, it was not fun today. It was a tough one. I hurt from the first step to the last step, but in the spirit of adaptability, that's what we're out here for, is to get my body adapted to the increased stress, and even more important is to get mentally adapted to increased discomfort and pain. And it's a powerful thing to know that you can run for 2 hours when you're hurting really bad, because I know no matter how good I feel at the start of the Vertical Mile Challenge race, there's going to come a point in time when it's going to hurt real bad. And training like today, though it's not pleasant, definitely prepares you to handle that. And so I don't regret at all coming out here today and suffering, and in the end it's going to make me stronger. So I challenge you to look for your weak spots, look for any places you can improve, and try and adapt your training to those spots. Try to increase your workload or increase your speed. Just try to do anything you can to improve on those weak areas. And I think in the end, you'll be surprised at what you can accomplish. And like always, guys, thanks for watching. I'd love to hear your comments about what you're training for, what you're doing, or anything I can do to help motivate you. I'd love to be able to do that. So please like and subscribe if you want to see some more content like this, or just general having some adventures as you get older, pushing yourself, pushing your limits, and trying to enjoy life as you get older. So again, guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you out there.